you just want to keep cutting it like this.
You're watching Today I Grew Up.
Hey partners, excited to be with you today again. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends if you haven't already. It really helps me as I reach my way to 100,000 subscribers. So Jessie mod has been really successful so far. This is the last video in that series. This is part 3. So please check out part 1 and 2 if you haven't already. But this Jessie has gone over an amazing transformation. So what I did yesterday, well actually today, what I did to make this better was I cut some of the excess yarn here so it looks a little bit more movie accurate. As you can see in the movie still, it's kind of bundled up here and bunched up. So I did fix that because it was a little too frailing and thick there. So I did fix that. But other than that, it just looks so amazing. I love the ponytail. I love that it's real yarn. And it just looks so good. It looks so movie accurate. And I can't get over how good the hair mod turned out for Jessie. So next what we're going to do in this video is we're going to do a button mod. And I am going to cut her hands. So some people had commented in the last video that she has open hands in the movie. Well, this Jessie actually has flexible fingers, and it's actually already separated in the middle there. Although the hand is bunched up, there's already some separation. So what I did was I got a blade, a box cutter blade, and I individually separated the fingers. So now, although I can stretch them out and probably cut a little deeper into there, I can do that, but it'll look like she has open hands now. So that's really cool because I didn't want to replace the hands because she already has good hands here that are the same skin tone as her face, and it's just going to look better because it's proportionate to her body. So you can do this mod if you have this UK Mattel Jessie. Obviously, do not play with knives or blades if you are under 18 because it's not safe to do that. So I'm still not done cutting the blade deep into these finger pockets here. But what's really cool is that if you do the blade, you can separate her fingers and it'll be more open hand. So what I'm going to do is get my box cutter blade and very gently get in between here where I want it to be cut. And I just stab straight down and then kind of move towards the top of the finger and then kind of just see what I did. And if it doesn't separate right away, don't worry, you can always go back and make more cuts. And as you keep working on it slowly, this is not something you want to rush because you don't want to like ruin the hand. Okay, so I kept cutting the finger and you can see it's already starting to separate. So you don't really want to pull it, you just want to keep cutting it. Like this. And then check back your work. And yeah, it's starting to slowly separate. So I'm going to do that on this one and I'll show you how it came out. So as you can see here, the fingers are now separated. And if you bend them over time, they should start looking more open hand, which is what I want here. And I'm going to probably go back with the blade later on and just clean up the edges of the fingers that are not perfectly clean. But like I said, it's more open hand now, just like the movie. Her fingers were separated like Woody. But I think this is a simple mod you can do on UK Mattel Jessie because the fingers are kind of flexible and you're able to separate the fingers like that. So I'm going to keep working on this to make it cleaner. But yeah, I'm just glad that it works. So now that we separated the fingers, she now has more open hands. I really like that, and very simple mod, but definitely effective. And like I said, you can always cut it more, stretch them out, and then they'll look more open-handed. So I have a link to these buttons. I use them for Woody, but now you can use them too. They're very inexpensive. You get a bunch of them. I believe it's $6.99 on Amazon. Please click on the link. It's in my description of this video. It's also in the comment section pinned on this video. But these are the perfect pearl buttons for Jessie. They're also perfect for Woody. I did put these on Woody, and they're actually the same exact size as Woody's buttons. So these are going to definitely work for Jessie. Now I wanted to show you the difference between the cheap buttons that we got from Mattel and the upgraded buttons from Amazon. Now I highly recommend you buy these to mod your Jessie or Woody because they're basically the same size and they're going to look fantastic on Jessie or Woody because they are the same size. Now, I really like that this is an actual inlay of a white pearl, but then it has a translucent effect on the button itself. So that's really nice. So certain angles it'll look more white and other angles more pearl. So that's what I really like. I also like the silver ring around it. Here on the cheap plastic Mattel one, it's obviously not real metal or pearl. It's just cheap plastic. So these buttons are definitely a lot better. You just stab these triangles through the fabric and bend these with the screwdriver so that it holds firmly onto the fabric, and you have new buttons. Now this button mod is going to be a little bit different than Woody's for sure. On the back, I had to actually cut through the fabric here and realize it's a plank board, kind of keeping Jessie's body shape from not imploding forward. So that presents a new challenge for us because we want to keep the board because it's going to keep her body in proportionate. And it looks like the buttons here just kind of slip through this board. All right, so I got the board out. It is a button board. I've never seen anything like this before. So it is a board with buttons. Now I'm going to stab the buttons in here. It's going to make my job way easier. Put those buttons, but then I'm going to take these buttons off and put the board back in for support. So what you want to do is once you stab the button through the shirt, you want to get a flathead screwdriver to bend the ends down. And once you put a lot of pressure on there, the clasps will bend, and then you can have the button will be fastened and it won't fall out. So now that I got the buttons securely fastened in the front, I need the board to put back in to support Jessie here. So I did cut it's hard to see, but I did cut through the fabric there to slip the board out. So now I can put the board back in that pocket and then support Jessie's front side. And then once I put the voice box, she should be back to normal. So Jessie's body proportions have not changed at all. It looks exactly the same because the board is there. But just look at how much better those buttons look on this Mattel body. I think it looks so great. I really love that certain angles it looks like a real pearl, but it's still a white pearl inlay. So that is really nice on the buttons. Let me fix the belt buckle there. But yeah, it's just such a simple mod, but the details really make it go that much more further for movie accuracy, in my opinion. It's just the little details that are going to make her look even better. So it looks really awesome. So she had this really weird latex soft plastic, kind of like her fingers here, that held the button. So I just used scissors and cut the button off. So for the sleeves, I decided to just stab it through the fabric and super glue it. So it's not going to go anywhere. I already tested it. It is definitely not going anywhere. Now on the chaps, I didn't mention to you guys that I actually glued down the chaps here on the top part of her leg. And then this is loose because it's more movie accurate that way. Just because the old chaps were kind of still there and I didn't want that to show. So now it's going to be on her body a lot better. And I think that looks cleaner, more professional. So I did do that mod also. So yeah, this is the last of the mods, and I think she looks fantastic. So when I was going into this Jessie mod, I was really going for this movie still picture here on the right. I really wanted that style of Jessie. So doing the hair mod and the body swap and the chaps, and the buttons, and I just did so much work on this Jessie. But honestly, it's the best Jessie. I'm biased because I made this, but I think it is the best Jessie that you can make from toys that are available on the market today that look most like the movie. Now, of course, things are never going to be 100% movie accurate, but we can get very close to the movie, and that's what I feel like I have achieved here with this Jessie mod. I got a Jessie that looks like the picture that I was going for, and I couldn't be happier about that. So here's a front side close-up of modded Jessie. I did love the little details I did to trim the ponytail at the end to make it look cleaner. The bow looks perfect. The new buttons look so amazing on her. This Mattel UK body is awesome. And these chaps are really nice from Signature Collection. So all these little elements combined really made for a more fantastic Jessie. And I just blown away by the mod now. So I'll give you guys a full 360 view now. A lot cleaner now. The pro buttons, like I said, look so much better. The chaps are now not flying off of her legs. They are loose at the bottom, looks like the movie like that. Obviously the hair of yarn looks so good now, especially with the ponytail being trimmed up. Looks really nice. The Mattel UK body is really the best one. People were telling me online that they actually released this in the US in 2010, and they also released it in Australia as well, which I did not know about. The pull string in the movie is never actually pulled for Jessie, so that's unfortunate. So we don't really know what she's supposed to say. So let me know in the comment section below, what do you think Jessie is supposed to say? This modded ponytail looks so great. I'm just so happy with it, and it's holding up really fine. And these pearlized buttons now look so fantastic. So now that Jessie is officially done with the mods for now, let's line her up next to Buzz and Woody. Now here's my toy mode Woody, toy mode Jessie, and toy mode Buzz. I really like them a lot. They look really cool, and definitely looks like I took Andy's toys from his room. That's what the look I was going for. Definitely in toy mode. Really happy to have this Jessie. Looks so amazing. Definitely looks more like the movie. And now I'm going to show you my new Woody's Roundup collection. Now here's my official movie accurate mod, Woody's Roundup collection. I really love this. So Mod Woody, of course. Stinky Pete, made by Cop. He made this custom Stinky Pete for me. Movie accurate in box. And the box actually opens just like the movie, which is amazing. And of course the Jessie mod we just finished. And then Bullseye here, 2010 white logo, Toy Story Collection Bullseye. So all these together complete my Woody's Roundup. I was never fully happy with the Jessie mod I did last year. So this year I definitely upped my game and made a Jessie that looks way more like the movie. And now that Jessie has a real head full of red yarn, just like the movie, it just makes me that more excited. As always, partners, thank you so much for watching, for liking, subscribing to my channel. It really means the world to me. Let's get to 100,000 subs this year. That would mean the world to me. So please hit that alert, like, comment, and share with your friends. And I'll see you partners on the next video review.